Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 8:21, and joining us in studio this morning from the Roswell Community Little Theater, Alethea Hartwell and Tricia Hart back with us. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing today?
Doing good. Yourself?
Great.
Good. Doing pretty good. I know you guys are kind of busy right now. There's a lot going on with the Roswell Community Little Theater.
Just a wee bit.
Yeah, which is a good thing because
Yeah.
you guys just do fun stuff. It's
We like to think we do fun stuff.
Yeah, it's not all, it's not like, oh, we got to go and clean up a ditch or something, No, we got to do
Very
fun
true.
stuff. We got to come out and entertain and matter of fact, Saturday night, it's dinner and drinks and mingling and prize winning and murder, mystery, and solving.
dancing.
And dancing.
Yeah, so, but now I got a question because we talked to Louise and Deanna last week, yeah. But August 1st was the deadline for Saturday night.
Right.
Well, today's the 2nd. So has the deadline been extended here?
The deadline has been extended. I've had
Yes.
several people reaching out saying that they needed another day or two. So
Okay.
the kind people at Peppers were
They are
kind
very
enough-
kind about that,
they
but
extended their cutoff for
their kindness
plates.
only goes so far. I just want
Till
to...
the 3rd. Their kindness goes until the 3rd.
That's right.
Good. Okay,
So
yeah.
for those of
2
you asking
days
for
left.
tickets,
Good. If you haven't heard about what we're talking about here, we would love to have you come out and join the Roswell Community Little Theater this Saturday night, August 6th. They're having their 100 Years of Glamour Curtains Rising festivity night of dinner, dancing, murder mystery, silent auction, just a big fun evening, date night or family night, depending on how you want to make it.
absolutely.
And just a great, you can get, and here's the thing, they want you to come and participate, not just by showing up and eating food, but by coming in your favorite dress. You get to dress up too. We want everybody to dress up. The
Yep.
cast is going to be dressed up. Everyone there is going to be dressed up. You come as your favorite, like Hollywood glamour thing.
Yeah.
Whether it's like old school 20s, roaring 20s, or more Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, whatever your thing is, come do it
Yep.
and have some fun with us here.
Well, you've heard of Christmas in July. This is Halloween in August.
There you go. So, kind of give them a rundown of what the night's going to be like and like kind of the procession of what's going to be happening.
Right. So we're going to kick off cocktail hour at 6 o'clock.
Okay. And by the way, everything's going to be at the Clarion Suites. This
Yes.
is not at the Community Little Theater.
Right.
It's going to be in the
is
Clarion
off-site,
Suite.
yes.
Yeah, it's off-site. Just wanted to. So if you go to the theater, you might, turnout for this is awful.
There won't be anybody there.
Yeah.
Yes, no. Please come join us at the Clarion.
Yes.
So cocktail hour kicks off at 6. You'll get to mingle with the cast of The Death of Dr. Pepper
Okay.
because that is a participation type of murder mystery.
And by mingling, you're going to kind of get clues and things on
Right.
that will help
Correct.
you find out who done it.
done it.
Yeah,
Correct.
who done
That's
it.
right.
So when cocktail hour's over, you'll be seated and you'll be served your meal. You'll have your choice of chicken au poivre or pot roast.
Oh, nice.
During dinner, once everyone's seated and got their plate, the play or the murder mystery will take place.
Okay.
After the murder mystery, you'll get to cast your vote of who you think did it.
Okay.
And it's drawn during dessert.
All right.
And if you're lucky, it's randomly drawn, so you're going to have vote boxes. So who you think did it, you put your little ticket in the
Okay.
vote box, and then the winner will be randomly selected out of the correct
The
box.
right answer box. Gotcha.
And if you were randomly selected, because I have to say random because it's not a chance to actually win if you're right,
Yeah.
you'll get your choice of 4 tickets to a regular season show. Not any special events, but
a future
future event.
performance like the one that's coming up August
Yes.
12th, 13th, that
Right.
weekend.
Our musical,
yeah.
right?
Or if you want to hold it out for, say, the next, one of
Four
the
Old
other
Broads
plans.
in
Yeah, maybe a
January?
the Four Old Broads
We're also,
sequel.
or
Yeah.
Alethea's play
We're
coming
also
up.
doing an Agatha Christie this year
Yes.
again.
Good
so
deal.
Agatha Christie's
So-
always popular.
So you horror fans may want to hold on to your tickets for that.
Right?
All right, so after we've solved who did it, then you will get to dance to the musical stylings of Brian Crawford.
Yeah.
He is this year's runner-up of Battle of the Bands.
Yeah. So he's
So
going to be
he's pretty
setting
good.
the tone. What's his musical stylings?
He's kind of country, kind of I'm not.
Let me
He's
guess.
country rockish.
I was about to
Country
say.
rock, yeah.
To quote the great Donny Osmond, he's a little bit country and a little bit rock and
Rock
roll.
and roll.
All right.
Yeah. I would say country
Absolutely.
rockish.
All right.
Yes.
Very
Yes,
good.
he's played a couple of venues around town.
Good deal.
You know, he took second at our.
Yeah, he's
On
a
our
great
Battle of the
musician.
Bands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
He did really well.
I didn't know just how far he branched off of the things I've heard, or does he,
Yes.
yeah, how deep's the catalog go? Where he's
Right.
like, no, this is my jam zone right here,
And then, of course, throughout the night, we'll have a silent auction, courtesy of multiple venues around
Good
town
deal.
have donated things. I do want to shout out to Anderson Bethany. They've donated.
A casket?
Swickard-
I'm just kidding.
They're our big donor this year.
Yeah.
Well, thank you to them. That's all.
Swickard Agency has donated. Hester Agency has donated.
Oh,
So we've got
nice.
some pretty big donors that,
Sponsors.
sponsors. So
Yeah. And we joke about the casket thing, but there has been weird requests by the RCLT for donations from places like Anderson Bethany.
Yes, there have.
hey, dearly beloved. Or
That's
not
right.
dearly beloved. It was Francine's will. They actually let us use the urn
An
on
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of morbid things, but they're needed.
They're needed.
It's part of the
It's
show.
part of the show. You never
So-
know what we might need.
Exactly.
Exactly. You never know when someone from RCLT will be calling you.
It's like,
what are they
uh-oh.
needing now?
Quick, hide your cutlery. But it is
moose
going.
head.
Yeah.
Moose head.
On the wall.
Yes.
There you go, and then various other people. But please get your tickets. Good news is, if
Yes.
you missed this deadline on the 1st, thanks to some strings being pulled, you've got today and tomorrow to get your reservations in. But tomorrow's it.
That's it.
I'm sure Adam and the Peppers folks are like, no. The event is, I still got to make
Right.
sure I have
You
enough
make sure they got enough staff
food
and
and
food.
staff and drink and all the things that are required
Right.
for some of this.
And what time is the cutoff on the 3rd? The website will shut down at
11 p.m.
11
Okay,
p.m.
so you got all day
You
tomorrow.
got all day.
Unless you're a night out.
Right.
Right. But definitely get that. Now, cost is only $65 per person.
Right.
Is there tables left, or is that done?
There's tables left.
There
Okay.
are some tables.
So
left.
if you do want to get a table, it's available. A table of 8 for $700. So if you've got like maybe you're a business or you want to pay it forward a little bit,
Yeah,
and
it's
say,
a
hey,
sponsorship table.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you'll be promoted
Right.
during the venue or the
Yeah.
event.
So we still got a little chance if you want to zoom in late and get you a table for this Saturday night. And then come and bring your friends, bring your dates, bring your family, and come have a fun night. Dress up and go bling out or go.
And I
you
do
know.
hear the paparazzi from Ed and Kathy Cook Photography will be there to take pictures of everyone.
So the more glamorous you go, the more
Right.
chances
Right.
you get some good
walk in the
pics of
red
you.
carpet
Yeah.
and everything.
Think how many Facebook and Twitter and Instagram pics you can put up there, and
Exactly.
Right.
and load that up, and you and your blinged out attire and things like that. That's what the fun is. But if you don't want to go blinged out, go simple. Go do
You got
do
100 years of Hollywood glam.
Yeah,
so-
you
To
do
choose
you.
from, yeah.
You do you. Yeah.
I don't know if redneck glam is a thing, but I'm sure we could make it work.
Probably. Yeah, for
Some
sure.
in the Kid Rock world maybe is kind of a
Right.
redneck glam thing going on.
Battle
there.
of the Bands glam.
Yeah.
There you
yeah.
go.
It's like a tuxedo but no sleeves. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
Or a t-shirt tuxedo.
Yeah, t-shirt tuxedo.
T-shirt tuxedo printed.
But and then of course, so is there any silent auction things we want to tease? Some of the items that people can bid on.
Well, I mean, I can say some of the places that have donated
Sure.
for us.
Yeah.
To get
Okay.
you excited. We have Farmhouse on Second, thanks to
They
Miss
always have nice
Kathleen.
stuff in there.
They do. I love that store.
And fellas, it's not just for women. I mean, yeah, they got a lot of decor, but they got a lot of dude-centric things in there
They
too.
do, yes. Casabella,
Ah,
Hippie Chicks.
another great hippie chicks too.
We have an author that's donated a couple of books.
Oh, cool.
We have a local artist that has donated some paintings.
Oh, nice.
I haven't quite secured it, but there's supposed to be a name, like a high-end photograph, or not photograph, but painting that's
Oh,
going to
okay.
be donated.
Something a little bit more rarer in
Yes.
availability, so
Yes.
might fetch a few more dollars. Yeah, very good. So please bid generously on this stuff.
We've
Because
got a roof to fix.
yeah, this is
to pay
and,
for it.
Right.
and we say this every time you guys come in, but
I
yeah,
know.
that roof. Let's face it, we all know that Park Twin building's old.
It's old.
If anybody's spent any kind of time in Roswell, know that's an old building. But it's a great building, but it needs a roof. It happens. Things get old, and you have to replace them or fix them. And I know and to be honest, if you've ever walked into the theater now compared to when it looked like the Park Twin, it's night and day different.
Yes.
The community little theater went gangbusters on that thing over the years here, and have completely transformed it from the twin movie theater it was to now a big playhouse for all the things that the theater does. Because and to be honest, most of you only see the front of the house. You see the auditorium there, and you see the theater itself. There's a whole world behind that stage and off to the side with props and dressing rooms and offices, and it's really cool. And ask for a tour. I'm sure if you walk in one day and when they're not busy doing 100 things, they say, "Hey, can I go back there?" They'll let you go back there and show you all the costumes and vintage. Do you all go through there for if you have trouble at Halloween remembering? Getting a costume, is that a perk for being part of their hey, can I just go back there and find something for Halloween? Because
we have been known to rent items to other
I think it's a great
companies
idea.
around town. If we have it and they're wanting to need
Maybe
it,
that's a fundraising business right around Halloween. It's look, come through and you can rent them, and whatever it would cost to rent. Then they come back. I mean, you might lose a couple because some people, I want this Colonel's outfit. Buy it from them, but I don't know. That might be just an idea, because one thing they've got a lot of is a lot of outfits and costumes, and anything from if you want to dress up to a soldier from World War II to a monk, I guess.
Oh, I had a flamenco costume that I purchased and donated to the theater.
Yeah, we've got quite a few things in there.
But yeah, it's a great, and of course by you coming out Friday or Saturday night and supporting and having some dinner and bidding on silent auction items and dancing and just having fun, enjoying the play, and maybe winning some tickets, things like that. All of that. You're supporting the community little theater. You're allowing to continue these plays from going on. You're allowing the Kids Arts Program, CAPS program, which is an amazing program for kids in our community. If you're not familiar with it, ask some people on Saturday. They'll be happy to tell you about it.
Absolutely.
And especially if you have kids that are smart but they don't school doesn't translate sometimes for them, and that I'm telling you take them out to the CAPS. You might find the key that kind of unlocks the way that your kid operates and thinks and receives information. And the next you know, I'm wondering until kid's smarter than I am.
Well, and then also if your stage fright is too great, there are things behind scenes that we always need people to participate
Volunteers
in.
and things.
Well, sound booth, lights, costuming.
Yeah. Matter of fact,
stage hands.
We had Deanna on last week. We were talking to her, and for folks that aren't familiar, she's in front of house and done a few plays, but I think her biggest skill set is wrangling everybody in the back, because I noticed I've been a part of a couple the Christmas showcase and talent showcase and things, and she's the one that's kind of making sure all the acts are in line and people are getting on stage the right time.
Fabulous with hair.
Yeah.
Yo, she's fabulous with hair. She can do anything with
She did my
hair.
victory roll for the last Agatha Christie play.
I think she did 20 hairstyles when we did Wizard of Oz.
Yes, I remember
every
that.
night.
Well, I imagine the lion took a while. I feel like the
teased
cowardly
out my
lion.
hair for Four Old Broads this last play, and she was in Four Old Broads,
And she was.
she still did my hair
In costume.
in costume.
Nice.
Lots of hairspray highs going on back there.
Yep.
But maybe she needs a break and needs a help with just one job per show instead of 5. So if you like to volunteer,
Right.
like I said, and like I said, and like Tricia was saying, you don't, even if you don't want to be on a stage acting, you're like, no, get that away from me. Don't want, fine, but we can put you up in the I'm sure there, because what do you have, 1 or 2 people that are really qualified to work all the sound and lighting? I'm sure they like a night off from time to time when there's 50 things going on here. So if we have more people that could, at a given time, could go sit up there and run sound and run lights and all of that.
It would be helpful.
That would be a huge asset. Just even being ushers or ticket takers or working
Concession.
the concessions there at show nights and things like that. All of that is valuable help to there. And of course, if you want to be in a more planning role, I'm sure there's probably availability on the board to volunteer and
Lots
work.
of committees.
Yeah,
Lots
lots of
of
different committees and things
Tons
to
of
help serve
committees.
that way too.
I mean, I'm
So-
on the Curtains Rising committee and the immersive dinner committee. We have an immersive dinner coming up with this new musical, but I'll be hitting you up for another spot to
Okay.
come talk. So, but Yeah, lots of different avenues to get involved in.
Yeah, so please reach out and find out more about it by coming out Saturday night to the big event at the Clarion. Again, it's 100 Years of Hollywood Glamour Curtains Rising event. Everything will start here at 6 p.m. At the Clarion Suites. Come in your favorite Hollywood era glam, whether it's 20s, 70s, 90s, 2000s, whatever it is, it's your jam. Come celebrate with us here. And then, of course, please bid on the silent auction, dance your butt off, eat a ton of food.
It'll be a cash bar.
Yeah, have a drink or two. And then, like I said, all of this. But again, please reach out by tomorrow, end of day tomorrow, because that's the drop dead deadline.
11 p.m.
Probably the easiest way to go is if you go to Roswell Theater, theatre.org. You can go .com. I always do that. The coms and orgs I mess up. .com, because I knew I was like, is it org or com? I'm going to go with org, and if I would have com, you would have said org. I know it. But
Hey, you had a 50-50 shot.
that's right. But .com, RoswellTheater.com, and then you'll find a direct link to order your tickets there for this show and the one we're about to tell you about here in a minute.
Yeah, the
too.
link has the little thespian symbol, the laugh now, cry later.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Yeah.
you find it at the bottom.
Yeah, the happy face,
Yes.
the cry face guy. If you wonder what that is. But yeah, definitely get your tickets. And like we said, they've extended the deadline. You've got today, you've got tomorrow, and that's it. I know Adam well enough to know that he ain't giving you the 4th.
Right?
Right? No. He's got to get stuff ordered. So.
Yeah, absolutely. But get back on the website because there's another show we'd like to invite you out, and it actually starts the next weekend.
Right.
August 12th, 13th, and 14th, and then that next weekend, 19th, 20th, and 21st. For folks who are familiar with the Communal Theater show schedule, Friday, Saturday night performances, and then the Sunday matinee, 7:30 Friday and Saturday nights, and then 2:30 Sunday afternoon.
Right.
But and this one's called She Loves Me.
Right.
So I'm gonna say, is this a romantic comedy?
It sure is.
Like a chick flick, but live kind of thing. So enough laugh to bring the guys in, but mostly stuff to make the ladies weep.
Yeah, it's a great
thing.
date night.
All right, cool.
And it's family friendly. It's got a cute little story. If you've ever seen You've Got Mail,
Yes.
it's that story.
Oh, okay.
And so this is actually the original.
So this is what You Got Mail's based off of.
Yes.
Correct.
So
Yes.
you're like, why'd they steal? No.
Right.
You Got Mail stole from this.
That's
Gotcha.
right. And
Wanna set
and there
that record
are
straight.
some scenes that actually they did put in the You've Got Mail
Okay.
movie. So and it anyway, it's a cute little movie.
Okay.
Play. Cute little play.
Well, is it like what's the time period?
It's set in the 1930s.
Okay, so obviously the You Got Mail like email thing was
Right.
not
They updated it.
available.
They updated it. So they're actually writing anonymous letters to each other.
Okay.
And they fall in love over these letters. But in real life, they know each other and they can't stand each other. So it's just really.
So they realized. So they've been writing each other, and they didn't realize that they're in love with each other because
Right.
they hate each other as
Right.
friends or whatever you want to call it. I gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So, but there's also a hint of like, what's that movie, The Glass House or whatever, where it was like future and past, where they kept leaving letters in the
The Lake
mailbox.
House.
Lake House,
Oh,
that's
the
the
Lake
one.
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's
Glass
right.
House, I think it was some of the house.
That was a cool movie.
Lake House.
Yeah. There's
Keanu
almost-
Reeves, Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
So it seems like that movie stole elements for this thing, too. So,
Maybe.
well, cool. So you could say it's a comedy
Yes.
and a romance.
Romance, yep.
Very much in the same vein
And
of You
it's
Got
a
Mail.
musical.
Good deal. So
Yeah.
come out and enjoy. Now, who's on the cast for this performance?
So let's see. We've got Guy Malone.
Okay. He's not running for mayor. He's on stage.
He's on
Correct.
stage. Yeah.
Thespian.
We roped him back over to us. Ty Watley, Lynetta Zuber,
Okay.
Jared.
Viridiana.
Lynetta's
Leon.
also directing, right? Or assistant directing?
She is, yes. She's
Okay.
one of the directors. So we
Okay.
actually have two directors on this one.
So she's double dutying on
She's
this one.
double dutying.
Okay.
And Patty Stacy is the other director. Who else is in it? Jaron Morris and Keaton Hartwell.
Okay. You might know that person.
I know that guy.
I think she knows Lynetta, too.
I think so.
I think that's all the main
Okay.
characters.
So it's a pretty big cast,
It
actually.
is.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's 7 main characters, and then there's 10, like a couple of.
Okay, that's one of your larger casts because generally it's the cast of 7's about the whole cast a lot of times. So.
Usually musicals are bigger casts though.
Yeah, you got to hide the voices that don't sing as well with some of the ones that sing a little bit. I know about that. I'm the guy that they hide for. You just sit there and mouth it. Don't say anything.
This one's actually a small cast for a musical. Most musicals have like 20 to 30.
Okay.
And this one only has like, I think it's a max of 12.
So the ones that do sing have to belt it out.
Yeah.
Because they can't just blend in with everybody else.
Oh, Charles Lathrop.
Oh, yes.
He's
Charles.
also in it.
He always plays the villain.
He's not.
But he's not a villain in this one.
Oh. So he's going to feel weird for used to people seeing him in playing the bad guy.
Right.
But now people are going to be like, you sure he's not the bad? He'll come later.
Right.
Bad, right?
They're waiting for the other shoe
He
to drop.
plays a good bad guy. You can't, deny
Hey,
it.
he tried to kill me in Spider's Web.
Well, and how many times you watch movies and things and you see an actor that notoriously plays a bad person and you don't, and you're like, I don't believe it. Sorry. I don't believe it. That guy's really a jerk. I know he is.
Well, like Chris Pratt always
He's
plays
hiding
comedies,
something.
and now he's got those serious movies. coming out,
Yeah, that is, and I'm a dude, and I'm not looking at Chris Pratt maybe the way other people look at Chris
Are you?
Pratt. But it does have a trouble for me making because I'm thinking of him from like Community and all this,
Right.
Office, those shows,
Yeah.
and yeah, now I'm seeing him as like whatever that one on Prime now, where he's like some rogue CIA agent,
Oh, yes.
jumping through something or others and
Is that
blowing
Jack
up
Ryan?
things. No, it's like Jack Ryan, but I think
okay.
it's
Yeah, that's Keanu Reeves.
I think it's a Jack. I think it's a Jack Ryan.
I don't know.
Esque.
knockoff, or
I
whatever.
have no idea.
Yeah,
I'm
something on
not
Prime,
good with stuff like that.
and it's probably got one of those one name things like
Bob.
or something like redemption. You're like, okay,
Insidious.
yeah,
Remover.
yeah, something like that. But yeah, it's him running around with no shirt, blowing stuff up. So.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
That
sign
makes
me
money.
up.
That makes money.
I just sold him 20 more copies of people tuning in for that.
Yes, but please wear your shirt.
That's
Curtains
right.
Rising.
But yeah, it's gonna be a
Dress.
fun play.
Wear your dress.
Yeah, wear your dress.
Yes,
Please,
get fancy.
please clothe up. But yeah, She Loves Me is going to be August 12th, 13th, 14th, and then again 19th, 20th, and 21st. Those Friday and Saturday night and Sunday afternoons. Again, same place you're going to get your tickets for the Curtain Rising event here. Go to Roswell Theater, TheatreRE.com.
Right.
And of course, if you like and follow the Communal Theater's Facebook page, that also has links to all of these things too. Plus, if you want to learn more about the CAPS program or volunteering, you'll find all that information at the website too, to do all that stuff too. So what's after She Loves Me? What's on? I always like to find out what's like way down the line.
So we have Unexpected Guest, which is our Agatha Christie
Yes.
play.
And when is that anticipated to? What time frame we talking on
It's
that? One?
October.
So fall.
I don't remember the exact.
Well, that makes
date
sense. Around the
off top of
Halloween
my head.
era time, as we start thinking about, mysteries and those kind of
mystery,
things. So,
murder.
yeah.
It's a really good play. Agatha Christie's like always good. And then we have 4 Old Broads on the High Seas.
So if you saw, now let me ask, because we got one of the cast members here. I'm assuming you would come back. Because we
I
were
will
joking
re-audition,
about,
yes.
well, and that's what we were joking about with the auditions. Because I think I was talking with Louise and the last time we were talking about. I was like, I feel like because I was talking with you, I was like, you guys really have the inside track because you played this person. But I mean, and I'm not going to lie. As an audience member watching it, I'm not going to feel right that there's different people doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, thank you.
It's like you're watching 3 Men and a Baby 2, and it's not Tom
and it's not
Selleck.
Tom
Yeah, it's
Selleck.
all
Like,
different
that's
dudes.
messed
But since it's on the high seas and it's not just at the assisted living facility, there are new characters
There's
Okay,
a
well
lot
then
to
we'd love
audition
to
for.
have,
characters.
and we
Yes.
bring them on the boat here with them. But the ones that were in the first one, for me to buy the story, I got to see the same faces. It's just, I never liked it back in the soap opera days, and all of a sudden they just hit you with the role of Hope is going to be played by Bob Smith today. You're like, what happened there?
We don't want to talk about that.
Right. She had an accident, but yeah, that's that we got. So I got to figure, is it same director, new director?
Yes, same director.
Same director.
Denise
Just
Samuels.
saying, I'm thinking, y'all by default, unless they're not available, which that's a shame if that's
Sometimes
true.
happens.
It happens, but we got to have the same people playing the same roles. can't have Golden Girls 2 and it's and it's not Estelle Getty and Betty White and the group. You can't do it. So, but anyway, my thoughts just on it. But it is a fun. Now, what I am going to ask though, if you missed the first one, can you watch the sequel and be not lost and everything?
Correct.
So it's independent enough where it's a story within it. So you don't technically need the first one to but it sure would make a lot more sense, or at least you probably appreciate some of the comedy in it more because some of it reverts back to the first one, and the personalities and things of the people.
Yeah. True.
Oh, but what time frame are you guys doing that one?
January.
So that'll be 2023 coming out the
Mm-hmm.
gate in 2023 there. Cool.
Right. We also have Cap Show in November.
Okay.
And then we're bringing back Santa's Talent again this
Yes.
year. So that'll be great.
I've already been
tapped into
Yes.
it. Yeah.
We have to bring the same people back.
Exactly. That's
exactly.
kind of. See, I'm practicing what I'm preaching.
We can't have, somebody else can't.
Well,
And when you
only
do
if it
such
was
a
a
great
Grinch.
job.
Yeah.
Like if it was another Grinch,
But
I'd be like,
different.
"That's my Grinch." You do your Grinch, but yeah.
Well,
So-
I think we did that last year. Somebody couldn't return,
yeah.
and so they created it. You did.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
I
You
was
were- you went-
Rudolph.
you were
She was
Rudolph,
Rudolph because
yeah.
we didn't have the sugar plum.
No,
fairy.
the abominable
No,
snowman
Abominable
wasn't
Snowman
available.
right.
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah,
available.
It was Sugar
abominable.
Plum and the Grinch
He had a
and
prior
Rudolph.
engagement.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
He was gallivanting.
there's lots of characters we could bring in as judges, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Well, and there's
Come
a lot
help
of
us out.
yeah. Well, maybe we need to go to a bigger panel.
Right?
Maybe a 5-panel or
5
something.
panel.
Of course, we'd run out of room. We're barely fit 3 of us on
I
that.
Be a
Well,
little
that's why we
different-
need to
little
sell
different.
tickets so we can do a little bit of remodeling.
There
in
you
there.
go. That's why you got to help us. You got to come out and
Right.
spend a bunch of money on Saturday night and
Yep.
help us out. That's the thing.
And then we've got, after Floral Broads, we've got Jeeves Intervenes,
Okay.
which is, that's my play.
Okay.
And it's set in the 1920s, and it's a London socialite who's a bachelor and wants to stay a bachelor,
Okay.
but his aunt has other ideas.
Ah.
And so all kinds of craziness ensues. She brings a girl that she wants to hook him up with, and his best friend, who has no money, pretends to have money so that he can get the girl, and it's just really
Ah,
fun. It's,
okay.
it's a cute little
It's a
play.
little love triangle
Yeah.
comedy kind of thing.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Again, stay up to date on all this stuff. And then, of course, if you're listening, you're like, man, I want to be a part of that production. Keep tabs. Keep listening. They'll have auditions for all of these coming up, except for this weekend and next. Those have already been taken
Yeah,
care
right.
of. But anything after that, they're get involved.
Right.
Whether you want to act or maybe you're like, no,
Right.
I can help with costumes or I can help build the set or any of that kind of stuff. By the way, if you're a carpenter and those are skill sets that are very
Big
much
time
needed. So.
needed. Big
And then one more thing too, while we're in that area, if you have old things that are still good and you don't feel like having the big yard sale or all that, please consider donating them to the Roswell Communal Theater. Furniture, period furniture, clothing, knickknacks, like just bottles or, because every time they do a set and it's a period thing, it's kind of hard to make a good play set in the 40s when you got a TV that looks like something out of the 90s sitting
Right,
there. You
right.
want something that's more
That
period
fits.
appropriate.
Right.
And so you want to get vases and phones and things that were more of the era as opposed to, a modern phone in a
Right.
60s home. You know what I
Right.
mean? It doesn't. It's.
It
I know
doesn't
it's.
work.
There is some pretending here, but it's kind of hard to suspend disbelief when you have things like
Right,
that.
right.
So
Things look too modern.
yeah, like obviously with She Loves Me, you're not going to see the internet and all of that
Right,
on that
yeah,
one because
no.
it's in the 30s.
Right.
Well before then.
But if you have the things you'd like to donate, that's the stuff like clothing. Even if you think it may not be something valuable or just useful, you'd be surprised that the things even like doors and stuff like that are useful to the community little theater. Things that you just
Well,
because
Gina's play last season, we needed 6 doors.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was more than that.
Was
I
it more?
think. Yeah.
and
I think it was like 8 on stage. 8
Yes.
doors.
that's a lot of doors.
It was hotel rooms.
It was a
There's a lot
lot.
of doors there.
I don't remember, but yeah.
Yeah, that was for Old Broads, wasn't it?
No,
No.
that was
Unnecessary farce.
Oh, and okay, that's the
Yeah.
one. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one. I was like, because they're at a nursing home, and there was a lot of doors on that one too. Now I was thinking about.
but it took place in the main common area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so if you have that kind of stuff, reach out. That's something. Don't just show up with it, but give them a heads up and say, hey, is this something you can use? And and they'll tell you yes or no. But
Absolutely.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything we missed?
We do have CAPS registration open for
Okay.
the fall semester.
Okay.
So if you have a student 3rd grade through 12th grade that is showing acting abilities, or you want to, instill some public speaking in them and just confidence, go ahead and go to our webpage, and you can sign up on our webpage.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity, kids. Because they do all kinds of, like you said, the theater stuff, but they learn every aspect of theater.
Right.
They learn about local history and other things through the stuff they're doing. So it's more than just learning to be on stage.
Right.
It's much more than that. It's kind of using that as a tool to find out what they're into. And maybe it is stage, but maybe they turns out I'm not into that, but I'm into design and drawing, and they learn all the aspects, and so they get exposed to that kind of stuff. But then they do like they do their living history, or they'll go out to the cemetery and kind of do their chautauquas around notable Roswellians and things like that. And so they kind of learn history. They learn all these aspects, but at the same time, it's in the guise of creative things.
Right.
So
Yes.
good deal.
And then improv.
Oh, and then we also do have improv. So those dates are coming. Our first one is September 23rd for this season.
Back in the fall.
And yep, and we've got they're kind of spread out throughout the season, so we'll have several of those nights, and they're a lot of fun. If you like Whose Line Is It Anyway? Yeah. We kind of run our shows that way.
Very good.
So they're a lot of fun. They're
good deal.
Really fun.
Yeah, come out and now how like Whose Line kind of skirts the line? Like how is it in that same vein, or does it go a little more family friendly or a little more risque?
Generally, we're family friendly. I think we may be doing one that's kind of a little more on the risky
I just
side.
want to know if there are certain nights you bring the kids, or nights leave them at home.
It'll be
get a
improv
sitter.
after dark.
And,
You'll know not to bring the kids.
Well, and you need those too, because let's face it, we need adult nights sometimes.
Right.
You have your kids, and I get we surround all of our entertainment and all of our schedules around our kids, and that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing, but sometimes you got to be just the adults tonight. Just do adult things, and otherwise you're going to have the brain of a child all the time and not do all the fun things you would do as an adult. It's like, what's your party tonight? SpongeBob and fruit roll-ups. No.
Sounds good to me. I
crackers.
But very good.
So, yeah.
Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it as always, and we'll see you this weekend. And of course, folks, RoswellTheater.com, TheATRE. Get your tickets. You got today and tomorrow for the Curtains Rising Saturday night event. And then, of course, tickets are available right now for She Loves Me Again, August 12th, 13th, and 14th. And then August 19th, 20th, and 21st, 7:30 p.m. showings the Friday and Saturday nights, 2:30 afternoon Sunday matinees. Right. Good deal. Well, thank you guys. Break a leg. We'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you.
All right. It is 8:54. Let's